Hello everybody, this is Joni from Designs by Joni, and I'm back, believe it or not, again within a few hours, which is beating my record. I usually go about a week to a month, but I had these things I wanted to get through with. And today I have another beach project, and this is one that I have had also for several years, and we would come down on vacation, and we stayed over at the Hampton Beach Hotel right there on the beach. And we went down to breakfast one morning, and they had this sitting over on their breakfast bar. And Tanya and I looked at that, and we says, we want one of those. So we started collecting our shells, and we went to Drug Emporium and bought our vase. And I think I made a mistake about Drug Emporium. I think that it was something Imports. And I can't remember the first of it, but I'm sure that you all know what I'm talking about. I haven't used them for a long time. I haven't been there shopping for a good long while because I usually go to Michael's or someplace like that. And I definitely was off on that. That is Pier One is where we went to. And we found this nice tall glass containers. I know you can't see them because they're, once again, I'm fixing something that's tall. And, but it's nice. And I got our shells, and we got a little bit of sand. And it was a precious little bit though. But our sand down here is not like the sands on a lot of the beaches. They are white. And before we had so many daggone hurricanes come in and destroy a lot of our beach, it looked exactly like snow. And in fact, you could not tell the difference when you were at a distance. It was so white. And it looked like snow or sugar. And but then we had several hurricanes, and they had to truck in sand, and of course it wasn't as white as our sand was, but anyway, it's still whiter than most of the sand around at the other beaches. And now Destin still has their white sand, and they're about 60 miles from us, I'd say, something like that. But you just put a little bit of sand in the bottom of your container, and then you take your shells and you start putting them in any way that you like them. And I was asking Tanya last night, I said, how in the world did I put those shells in my container? I said, without breaking them. And she said, Mom, I don't remember, because it has been a long time since we fixed these things. And the best I can figure is we put it in sideways and just sort of rolled it down in there, hoping that it wouldn't break. And of course your sand rolls out to the side too, but I found a little thing here today. It seems like I find a lot of my things when I'm grocery shopping. We had gone to get groceries, and I was at Publix, and here was this little thing hanging up on a little rack there, $1.50. And I looked at her and I said, that's what I need to help me with my shells when I get them down in there, to keep them from sliding all over the place and breaking. So that's what I got. And now if I can just keep the pretty side going the way I want it to. This container is very, very heavy, and it's very substantial. So you've got heavy glass. You don't have to worry about it just accidentally breaking on you unless you drop it or something. Now, I don't know if I can even get, yeah, I can. There it goes. If I can continue to get it to go down the way I want it to go, this will be good. We have sea oats that grow over on the beach, and in my picture that I did yesterday, my seashell picture, I had sea oats up in the top of it. But you can't get those now because they are considered to be endangered. So you can't pick any of those now. It's against the law. So those are gone. I just had probably a little thing of probably 3 little stems of it with 1 oat on each thing, because they did have quite a few oats on each one. And so that's why I got the greenery that I did. I may like the way I had these in originally better than the way I'm putting them in now. That's one of the things that comes about when you take something loose to fix something else back. But I had to take it apart. Well, it needed to be cleaned anyway, but also I needed to take it apart so that you guys could see how I did it originally. And I think I need to start putting a little bit of shells down in there that are smaller now to help fill that up. And then they'll give me a base to put some of my other things on. But it's going to take some small ones to get past these little ones. I mean the big ones. I hope that your all's crafting is going well for you. I'm having a good time with mine. I'm doing a lot of the things that I've been wanting to do. And most of these projects that I have done so far are projects that I did several years ago, and I had them already, and I just did them over. So I'm anxious to get into some of the new things that I haven't done. But I guess that will come in due time. I have decided I'm going to make another shirt. But I'm going to have to sit down and figure how I want exactly how I want it and what I want on it. Those shells turn the way they want to turn. Not the way you want them, but the way they want to turn. And they're turning backward for me today. I could just get that one past that big one right there, I could get it down in the bottom, and then it would have room to move around some. I was talking last night about how these shells are made and how beautiful they are. And oh, and when I was talking about my sand dollar, I was talking about the seahorse, and I said I didn't like to put things beside my seahorse because I didn't want anything competing with it. Well, I called it a sand dollar, so when you hear that, you're going to have to excuse it. It's just one of those mistakes that comes along that we all know we have. But I really don't pay that much attention to those things anymore because they don't mean that much. People know what you're doing, and they know that you're not meaning you're saying, so that makes it really sort of not matter. We'll drop that and hope, well, bless my heart, it landed up the way it was supposed to. How about that? Okay, let me see what I want to go down next. I'd like to have something down beside that. I think they still have these containers out. Like I said, I haven't been shopping there for quite a while, but I'm sure they still have those kinds of containers because I can see that a lot of people would be using them for different things. And these are very much a conversation piece because after I fixed mine, I had it in my bathroom. Everyone that came to visit, they would always talk about the shells, how pretty they were, and where I had got them and everything. So they are pretty and a lot of fun. And they take up a lot of your shells that you have around the house that you've collected through all your holidays. And sometimes you just sort of have to let them go and fall where they may because it's about the way they're going to do anyway. Sort of try to guide them a little bit. I guess that's the thing about the beauty of it. I might keep that one to put on the top. I have a cork that goes on the top of mine, and it had disintegrated somewhat, so I took a piece of burlap and glued it on top of that so that I'd have a better base to put some of those things on. Some of these shells are outrageously heavy. I'm trying to get the ones that have the prettier colors around here. There, that one went around the way I wanted it to go. Well, after they start getting up near the top, you can somewhat control the way they are. It is thundering outside, so let's just hope that it stays at a minimum. And if it does, I won't have to get off of here, but if it starts getting any worse, I probably will have to end this and start after the storm is over. But the sun just came out again, so I think we're just getting little pop-up things that will probably go around, hopefully. And I don't think it was really supposed to do all that much anyway. I'm trying to get my channel to where people can find me and they can see what I make, and what I'm like, what kind of person I am, and everything. And it takes a while to learn all of that stuff, though, and I cannot take much credit for it because My daughter is doing a lot of mine. And when she has time, she helps me. And I appreciate that. Because I don't know how this poor brain would hold all that information. I do want to learn, though, because if she gets too busy, then I'm going to need to know how to upload and go to Pinterest and all those things. So I'm going to have to be learning all that. But I don't know what to do about that one or this one. Sort of undecided between. That one's pretty. And this one is also pretty. I'm going to cover that burlap all the way up because it was stamped, and some of it is not anything that I would choose to use that anyone could see. So, this is a really pretty white one too. It has a double. The shell looks like it started growing again at the very end of it where it's fixed. And there comes my phone ringing again.
Call from wireless caller.
And I don't know who that is, but we won't worry about it. So, let me see. What do I want to put right here? I think I'll put one of these little pretty ones, maybe, if I have enough room to get it down past this one. Maybe I can put this one in first. Oh, it wants to go over and take that place. Because I have to, not going to have enough room to put my thing down in. My cork down into if I use this one, so I guess I'm going to have to go with just this one. And that will look pretty anyway, so I'm glad that it did work out that way. So, I need something small to go in this one side. I think this one is saying I don't want to share my space. I want all that room to show off in. So if I put something there, it's going to have to be very, very small. This one should go, and I like it too. Yeah, that one's really pretty. I like it. And this little one right here is really pretty. Should be able to go. I could give you all a tip. This brown shell right up here at the top, through the years and through moving and everything, that has been jostled around quite a bit, and the very tips of it where it comes out and forms those sharp places on the edges of it had been sort of, they weren't broken, but they were sort of jostled, I guess you'd say, off a little bit, and it was not, it looked white where the tips of it had come off. And I took those pins that you use on your furniture if you get a little scratch or something on it, and I took one of those pins that was the color of it, and I think it was the light pecan. I love pecan wood. And I took that and put it on there, just on the tips where the shell had gotten rubbed off. And that fixed that, and you cannot tell that it had anything done to it. And I was so happy about that because that was always one of my favorite shells because of the darkness of it. And I really did like that. Now, if I had my way, I would take those top ones back out and put some of these itty bitty ones in there right there. But for the sake of the tutorial, I'm going to leave it like it is. I may change it later on, but if I do, I'll come back and show you what I did. That one needs to go over a bit. It's a little bit setting up too far. Yeah, it is. I think I waited too long to put it in. Oh well. That was going to close a little bit more than what it did. There's one that I can take out that I don't really like it, but there's some I can do with it. I can do without it more so than the others. When I lived up north, it was about this time of the year or earlier, usually around in February, I would start getting, the blahs. I had had enough snow, especially if we'd had a rough winter. And I would say, oh, it's time for the beach. I want to get out here and get some warm weather. And then go to the seashore. So we would usually leave on vacation. Usually we came down a lot on Christmas, not Christmas, but spring breaks because the kids were out of school and everything. So we could take off during that time. And we all were ready for some fun on the beach. And so that's what I figured that a lot of you were feeling. Because after you've seen, I love snow and I dearly love it. But after you've seen it so long and you've been cold for so long, you're ready for some sandals and some sand and some seashells. And of course the beautiful water. So that's what I was thinking you all probably were ready for right now. So that's why I went ahead and decided to go ahead and do these because I thought you'd probably be ready for some of that. The last one, that thing is still too high. I guess I'm going to have to take the white one out. Now it has room. And I can put some of the others in that I couldn't put in before. I have this, it's in my bathroom, my master bath. And it matches the coloring of my countertops and my flooring and everything. And it looks really pretty. Okay, I think that will do for that. Now I can get my top on. Later on I may add, I think I'll put just a couple in there right now. I think I might make it just a bit prettier. Okay, now you take the top of your cork and you decide what you want on it and you start building it up with your shells. And I think that's going to be about the first one that I put up there. So I will need my glue gun. It feels funny to do a project without having your glue gun in use all the time. So I can take this down and I'll put this one on. And maybe I will get this done before all this thunder comes in. That will look pretty if I can get that green covered. That I don't think would exactly go with the rest of my decor. Tanya and I are like a lot alike. We have a lot of the same tastes and things like that. And we love beiges and the sort of neutral browns, things like that. And when we go out to buy something, we won't really notice we won't think about it matching or anything unless we go for one definite thing. But when we come back, we just bought it because we liked it. But when we come back and we start putting it down, it is exactly the right color for all these things. And we're always amazed at how our stuff goes together. And it looks like we bought it exactly for that reason. But it wasn't. We just bought it because we liked it. And she will pick out something in a book and she'll come to me and she'll say, Mom, which one of these do you like the best? And she'll say, I know which one I like, but I'm not going to say. I say, okay. I'll look at it and I'll say, I like this one better. She says, that's the one I liked. So it's the way that happens just about all the time. I think her husband didn't know what to think when he first married into our family because we were so much like that. And then he gradually got used to it. That we do have a lot of the same taste in clothing, housewares, anything like that, even down to our paintings and things. So if she buys me something, usually she knows, well, if I like it, Mom's going to like it. And if I buy her something, I'm going to say, okay, I like it, so I know she's going to like it. So that makes it good. And I think I'm going to like the way I've got this arranged better than I had it arranged previously. But I'm not going to like the blue on the turquoise on the, I could probably get some little sand and drop around there and cover that. That's what I'll have to do. Give me about 3 teaspoons of sand, and that'll take care of it. Okay, there's that much. And I don't want this tutorial to be as long as the one I had last night because it was too long. Now, I don't like that on that. What am I going to put there? Let me see. Need something that will look pretty. But yet, I'm going to have to get one of my pens out for this little shell too. I see that its edges on that bottle has gotten some of it pulled away. Now there, I think that looks pretty on there too. That's about the color of my countertop. Just a bit lighter and more to the brownish color. So I think that, ouch! I burned a blister on my thumb last night, and I couldn't do anything about it because it was on there too hard. And I knew if I pulled it, it was going to pull the whole top of the skin off of my hand. So I had to just get something to cool it, and it did hurt. I need a small piece of something to go right there. Sort of hide that little place there. sort of down like that. At angle, but I don't like that. Well, here's some really little baby I'm getting sand out of these shells still from where they were in my bottle. I thought I had gotten it all out. I think I'm going to go with this, and I don't know anything that would cover that other than, I'm trying to look around and see what I would have that would cover that, but I don't think that there's anything that I do have unless it would be sand, and I don't have any except what's in the bottom of my thing. So I think I'm just going to put this little white one right here and put it on there. And I'll get some sand and put along there. When I get this down in the container, I'm going to put some burlap rope, or not burlap, but whatever it's called, hemp rope around it, and tie that around and make a little bow. I think that would be pretty with this. I didn't have it on there before, but I think I would like that. Now, I don't want to get this too high. I think I'm going to stop right there with just the idea that I'm going to get some sand and cover that is, but I hate to put it up, to upload it with that stuff showing. If I had, there's got to be something around here that I have in my house that I can, if it were just plain burlap, it would be fine. But the only burlap I've bought is the one that has this. I guess I could cut. I could. That's what I'll do. I'll cut between the lines of the paint on the other, and see if I can't splice them. And that will do it. You would think we were Wall Street or something of that nature. As many calls as we have.
Call from Mesquite.
But we aren't. Gotta get some scissors out of here and get this cut. A crafter's brain works very peculiar, doesn't it? It can be awful to the races on one thing, and they are in need of something, and up they come with something. I'm not going to need very much of this. Like I said, just to cover that green. So it's not going to take very much. blister. It does hurt when it gets hot glue on it again. Okay, there's one of them finished. You can't see that. Now let's see if I can fix another little piece here. Another piece fixed. As soon as that dries, I will trim those little pieces off, and that will be good. There, that one's got that covered. Okay, moving right along. Gotta make sure you can't see any. The only thing I don't like about this gun is it doesn't allow your second piece of glue to go down when the other one is gone. When your first piece of glue is gone, it doesn't allow the other one to come down and take its place like it should. And I don't know why it wouldn't do that, because there's nothing in the way hindering it at all. It's just doesn't want to do that. Okay, we've got that one piece to fix, and then we'll be almost home. I haven't been around this much land for a while, because it's funny, when you live near the ocean, you rarely go there. At least for a lot of people, that's true. And for me, that is true. I told my kids, I said, I went to the beach a lot more before I moved here. And I don't know why, but sometimes we'll take off and we'll go over to Destin, rent a condo over there. And there's one that we really love. It's called the Palms, I believe it is. And oh, it has a pool that is as big as a lot of theme parks. Not a lot of theme parks, but some small theme parks. And it is gorgeous. I mean, gorgeous. I think it's called the Desert Palms. I'm not sure about that, but it's beautiful. Okay, now I'm trimming this off. And hopefully that will look pretty good. We haven't been over there for a while now. Seems like everyone's busy. And doing their own things and working so much. We rarely have time to do much of anything. Okay, I think that's, I think I'm out of camera. I've got that pretty well. Looks almost like a ice cream sundae. I think that's going to look pretty good up here. I need a paper towel right there. Clean that. Now if I get some of these things out of my way, I could show you what it looks like when it's in a prone position. Okay, I'm going to try to put it sideways. Oh, this doesn't want to stay right down in there very well. But anyway, you can get a little bit of a view there. I can't work with a messy desk, and that's what I've got here. So it's looking pretty good. But this is a nice little thing that you can do with your shells. And they're pretty if you want to set it out to where people can see it, even in your living room or things like that. Okay, I'll get my shells all shaken down here and the sand back in place. And I guess that we're going to call this one a finished tutorial. And I guess it'll be on to the next one now after this is all over. So I'll talk with you guys later, and have a good weekend. Come back and we'll talk some more, and we'll try to craft some more. Thank you. Bye-bye. I'm back again. Surprise. I just wanted to show you what the shells in that little container looks like when it's in its standing position like it normally would be. And I think you'll get more of a feel for it. And I took a little piece of the hemp and made a little bow around there and put that on there. So I thought you would like it better, just being able to see it like that instead of me trying to turn it over to where you could see it. And hopefully I won't be making any more things that's tall for a while, because I'm getting tired of it. I may just change my camera and put it down to the side if I'm making any other things that are tall. Okay, so you've seen it the way it stands up now and looks, and so I'll say goodbye for now, and see you again, and come back, we'll craft some more. This is Joni saying bye-bye.